So hang out with me for about 10 minutes and I'll give you a virtual tour of how I spent my very best day in Darjeeling, India, right up here in the Himalayas. By the way, the best thing I did here in Darjeeling was free, absolutely free. This is the roads up here. Everything is on the side of a cliff. Namaste. So these are the sights, the sounds, and the people here in Darjeeling. Really special place here. Here's a sneak peek at the Darjeeling Himalayan Railroad. And by the way, I did a separate video on this particular adventure, and you got to check that video out as well. But there's a sneak peek at it, so check that out. But that's not what we're going to focus on today. So stay with me. I'm going to show you in a minute what we're going to focus on today, my very best day here in Darjeeling. So hang on for a minute. So I'm at Ghum station right now, and I just took the this amazing train from Darjeeling station. I got to tell you, when you do this, don't wear your best clothes when you do this, because I'm full of soot. My hair is completely full of soot. Scenery is raw, it's unfiltered, it's amazing. This thing was built in the 1880s. I mean, it's 140 years old. Amazing, really amazing. So Darjeeling is in India, but I mean, it's right here in the Himalayan foothills. In fact, it's just, you know, a couple hours from Mount Everest, and you can be in Nepal in no time, and you can hire a driver to take you up to Bhutan, or you know, there's a lot of Nepalese people here. In fact, I've heard more people speaking Nepalese than any other language. So, you know, it's a really interesting blend of really interesting people. So, you know, this is a really fascinating adventure. You should put this on your bucket list. Okay, so right off the Darjeeling Mall, which is like a gathering place in the center of the village, you'll find this little trail, this walkway, that'll take you up to the Observatory Hill, or Observatory Point it's called, and the Mahakal Temple. And this was super special thing to do in Darjeeling. Don't miss this. And hang out with me for a while, and I'm going to take you up there, and I'm going to give you a little view and a little virtual tour. And then from there, I'm going to take you to another special spot that I found. This temple is very spiritually significant among Hindu people as well as Buddhist. It also has significant views from the top, so this is a must-visit place. So hang out with me for a bit, and I'm going to show you my very favorite place in Darjeeling to take a walk among the tea fields. And also I'm going to show you where I actually stayed, give you a little tour of the unbelievably beautiful inn that I stayed in. Okay, so now we're back at the Darjeeling Mall. Again, that's like what they call the village square here. There's always activity here, a lot of great people watching here. You can just sit here and just grab a coffee. But I chose to grab some lunch at Glenary's, and here I am at lunch. And this is a fantastic place to grab a coffee, grab some lunch, and then after that, we're gonna make our way back on a really super special, off the beaten path walk and hang out with me for some amazing views. And I'm going to show you just how to get there and what you'll see. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take you now on a virtual tour of my most favorite activity that I did the whole entire 10 days I hung out in Darjeeling. And it was right down this road right here. I just started walking down this road. And then I discovered that there were no cars allowed on this road. And then it just turned into like a little path where you'd occasionally see a scooter or something like that. But then I started to realize that, you know, I'm getting into the villages where people who live here really live, and it's not built for tourists. And if you look around, the views are stunning. It's always in this mysterious fog, and the birds are chirping, and you get away from all the beeping horns in Darjeeling town, and it's just quiet, it's serene, it's beautiful. And you can just walk and walk and walk, and it just turns into this maze of little, tiny little alleys and walkways where they're living their real lives. And these people are friendly, they're kind, you know, just greet them with a big smile like they'll greet you. Say namaste to them, and they will be asking you where you're from. And you know, I really enjoyed this. I literally walked 5 miles back in here. I got lost in these little alleyways, you know, hovering along the sides of these cliffside walks. You could just go forever looking at all these different tea gardens, which is what most of these people do for work. They pick tea. So go get lost back in here and do it for days if you want. You can even stay back here in a homestay. This, again, was the favorite thing that I did in all of Darjeeling. Get off the beaten path and find this place right off the Darjeeling Mall, and walk in here and just get lost. So once again, just hang out with me for a bit till the end, and I'm going to show you the actual very historic inn that I stayed in. I mean, stunning. You're going to want to see this. So hang out with me for a bit, and I'll show you a little tour of that at the end. So enjoy this peaceful walk throughout these tea fields without me bothering you for a few minutes. Namaste. Oh, okay. So I actually stayed in a former king's summer house. So towards the end of the video, I'm actually going to take you on a little tour of where I stayed, and you can stay there too. It's amazing. So Darjeeling is a really special place with so many special places to discover, but you got to get off the beaten path. After my little blurb about Kolkata, I'm going to show you where I stayed in Darjeeling, so hang out with me. So if you enjoy India, be sure to visit my Kolkata Park Street virtual tour video. Really, it's a really great video. I was really proud of that one. And my Kolkata flower market video is definitely the most raw, unfiltered video I think I've ever made. You gotta check it out. It is really an amazing thing to visit this place. The largest flower market in India and the largest in actually Southeast Asia. So I can tell you it's about 7 in the morning and you've never seen anything like this before, that's for sure. I'm at the flower market here in Kolkata, and hang out with me for a minute and I'll take you on a tour inside the flower market, and the most raw, unfiltered thing I think I've ever seen. So I stayed here at the Mayfair here in Darjeeling. So this room is dedicated to Tenzing Norgay, who was a Sherpa on Mount Everest, the most famous one ever. And this is the library. It's filled with books about Mount Everest and climbers and artifacts. In fact, here's Tenzing Norgay's pickaxe that he used with Sir Edmund Hillary to climb Mount Everest. So beautiful. Amazing library. So this particular property is actually the former summer house of a king back in the early 1900s. And here's the bedroom I stayed in. Really fascinating experience. I think I paid about $100 US a night to stay at this amazing hotel. Everything was quite good here. So I hope you've enjoyed this visit to Darjeeling today. And I also hope you'll give this video a like and subscribe so you can see some other fantastic Southeast Asia adventures. Thank you.